Hello guys, I'm Ellie, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing my RYBSAT wrap-up. So for those of you who don't know, RYBSAT stands for Read Your Bookshelf-a-thon. It's a readathon hosted by Miranda of Books 101, Gary of Books Need Love, and Lainey, Ginger Reads Lainey. I will link all of their channels below. This readathon went from the 16th of January until the 22nd, I believe, 23rd. So I'm going to talk about the books I read in that time. First I'll talk about the books that I was planning. These are the ones that I picked out before the readathon started. I got through technically about 3.5 of them. So yeah, I will start. So I started with Tandem by Anna Jarzab. I think I read this in about 2 days. This was kind of slow to start off with, but once it got going it was really good. This is sort of like a parallel universe sort of thing. It's a little bit fantasy, it's a little bit sci-fi. It's really good, and I rated it 5 stars. For the 3 that I did complete, I do have full written reviews of it on Goodreads and on my blog, so I'll link all those links on the screen while I talk about the books. So the next one I read was Defiance by CJ Redwine. I should mention that my bookshelf is organised by genre, so these are pretty much all sci-fi, dystopian sort of things. So yeah, this one is also a little bit fantasy and a little bit sort of adventure, I suppose. It's about these two characters, Rachel and Logan, and they live in this city that's surrounded by a wall, and there's this evil leader guy and this beast called the Cursed One that basically kills everyone every time it comes out of the ground. This is the first book in a trilogy, and again, it was kind of slow to start off with, but it did pick up and I did enjoy it, and I think I rated it 4 stars. Yeah, and the final book that I finished is The Winner's Curse by Marie Rotowski. Again, this is the first book in a trilogy. This was, oh my god, just, whew, it's a really good book. It's about a girl named Kestrel who is the daughter of a general. I went French there, of a general, in this big empire, and she buys a slave named, I want to say Aaron? I don't know if that's right. And again, this is quite fantasy-ish, little bit dystopian, lots of romance and quite a bit of action, and I loved this. Like, this was definitely a 5-star book. If I could have rated it higher, I would have. It was just amazing. I know it's only January, but I think this is going to be one of my favourite books for the year. That being said, the sequel does come out. I believe it's March 12th. It's in my diary. That's how obsessed I am. And that is The Winner's Crime. So that may, you know, bump this one out for the top spot. We will see. So yeah. Okay. Now on to the other ones that I'll sort of explain. Anyway, I started Skylark by Megan Spooner. Megan Spooner is the co-author of These Broken Stars, which is one of my favourite books of all time. So I was really excited for this, but I think I got about 50 pages in and I just couldn't do it. It just wasn't, I don't know. It's really slow and there's really tiny writing, and I just couldn't I just couldn't get into it. So it does kind of sound, on the back, it does sound very similar to Defiance. There's another wall that protects the city, and a teenager who's never been out of it, and things about woods. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to continue this or whether I will just get rid of it. If you've read this, let me know what you think. Finally, when I gave up that one, I think it was Thursday, so I started Slated by Terry. I read 22 pages and I was enjoying it, but because my bookshelf is organised by genre, by the time I got to this one I was just kind of sick of dystopians. I just wanted something different. So I will continue this one very soon, but I think I just kind of need a break after that. This is actually one of my best friend's favourite books, and she's a reader, but she's not, like, I don't know how to put this. She doesn't read as much as I do, or as much as like booktubers and bloggers in general do. But yeah, she really enjoyed this, and funnily enough, when I was reading it, the main character's name is Kyla, but she has a sister named Amy, and Amy is the friend that read this. And there was something else I was reading that she really liked, and the main character's name was also Amy. I don't know. Yeah, I am looking forward to this when I eventually get to it. It's kind of a big book, and it's a UK one, so it's not very floppy. I never understood what people meant with floppy paperbacks until now. Like, I just never paid attention. Anyway, the last one that I didn't get to was In the Afterlight by Alexandra Bracken, third book in the Darkest Minds trilogy. I'm mentioning this one because I am actually going to get to it as soon as I possibly can. I'm doing a buddy read with Michelle of Lovely Girl Reads that starts tomorrow. So after I've done that one, I will hopefully read this one and start it before I start the Bookentine readathon with Michelle. I do have a TBR for that readathon coming up very soon, and by very soon I mean like 2 or 3 days away. Yeah, I also wanted to talk about 2 books that I've finished reading since RYBSAT. I have actually read a couple of graphic novels, or comics rather, but these are the 2 novels, and I wanted to talk about them because I don't really do wrap-ups, and I thought it would be a good idea. So the first one I have is The House of Silk, whoops, by Anthony Horowitz. I started this one, I think, a week before RYBSAT started, and I think I got 100 pages in before RYBSAT started, so I just finished it like 2 days ago. And yeah, this is, as it says on the front, this is a new Sherlock Holmes novel. It's a very slow book, but it's a very good book, and it's a pretty book too. Like, the cover's nice, and the spine, like, it looks so nice on my bookshelf next to all these like black spines, and then there's just like bright orange. And it has a really awesome inside. It has flappy things, and it's like a room. I don't know how well you can see that, but it continues on the back. And it also has an ad for Specsavers in the back here. I don't know. Oh, I really enjoyed this. Rated it 5 stars. Review somewhere here. And then finally, I read this one yesterday. And that was I Was Here by Gail Foreman. I got this for review from Simon & Schuster, Australia. this is the story of Cody and Meg. They're best friends, and then one day Meg decides to commit suicide. And it's sort of watching Cody deal with the aftermath of that. Yeah, I enjoyed this. This was 4 stars for me. Again, review, because I could go on for hours about this. Yeah, so that was my RYBSAT wrap-up / mini review thing. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and I will see you all, probably not tomorrow, but probably the day after, about 2 days, with my Book and Time wrap-up. I will see you all then. Bye!